Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Saur Darkchylde. I am a player with autism, and welcome back to our Blue Mage series in Final Fantasy XIV. Last time, we learned all of the required spells a Blue Mage needs to complete all of the Blue Mage side quests given by Martin over there. And I thought that since we now know about 45 Blue Mage spells, I think it's time to do some side quests that are assigned by him in order for us to get ourselves a costume change, because I feel like I am long overdue for one. So, let us get started on these side quests. And the first one we get is called Blue Collar Work. Well, if it ain't my great gifted apprentice Saur. Before you say anything, let me guess. You're here because you learned Blood Drain. And you want to hear my next bit of advice. I'm right, aren't I? My next step is to... It's him! The great Azuro! It's like all my name days have come at once. Please, say it for us one more time. How could I refuse my adoring public? Ahem. Master of knowledge beyond the comprehension of mere mortals, and wielder of arcane magics as unfathomable as the deepest ocean. Hearken, foul beasts, the embodiment keeper of the blue has come. "'Tis I, the great Azuro!" He said it! He actually said it! Sorry about that. Just doing my bit to keep the coin rolling in. Where were we? Ah, yes. I know a great spot for a bit of training. Meet me at the Spineless Basin. I'll explain everything when we get there. Okay, quest started. And you're only able to start this quest if you learned Blood Drain, which I did back in episode 1. So, we're in the clear. I just gotta get outside and meet with him at the place he told us to. Man, I forgot to turn off the names in this game. Oh well, too late for that now, I guess. Oh well. Let's get this show on the road. He's over there. Glad to see you survived the trek. Heck, I hope the hornets didn't give you any bother. In fact, they're the reason we're here. There are some especially angry ones that would be perfect for practicing your blue magic. Even though they're tough, but not too tough. Some folk call them man-eaters, but I think that's an exaggeration. Anyway, why not give Blood Drain a try? It'll draw out some of the enemy's aether to help you cast more spells. Yeah, sure, why not? But we're not going to use the spell we just learned. I'm good with the arsenal we have right now. Thank you, Great Azoro, for getting rid of that pesky hornet. He was a right nasty bastard, if I ever saw one. Here's your payment as agreed. Haha, I didn't see you there. How goes the training? Training? Working for free is more like it. One day I can get paid for doing nothing too. Come on, don't be like that. You had a chance to hone your skills, and that bloke can go about his business without being stung to buggery. If he's willing to part a few gil for it, who am I to say no? Once we get back to Uda, I'll divvy up some earnings. I'll see you outside the Colosseum. Now back to where we were talking to him earlier. These are most likely the only Blue Mage, only side quests you'll see me do for this series. Now let's pick up the pace a little bit. Ah, there you are. What took you so long? You're showing signs of improvement, but you'll want a few more tricks up your sleeve before you can step into the arena. Those pit fiends don't mess about. I reckon what you need is Mind Blast. Already got it, Martin. Once you've learned that, come and find me, and we'll continue your training. And here's your payment for the hornet you put down. That's one quest out of the way. You think I'm being stingy? Listen, mate. I've already subtracted the fees for your training. If I charged any less, I'd be cutting my own throat. Alright, on to the next one. So, you've learned Mind Blast already? That was quicker than I expected. but I'll take your word for it. Come to think of it, your new spell might be useful for your next training session. And we're going back to the Spineless Basin. So meet me there when you're ready. Just for the heck of it, let's equip the spell. Did I equip it? Yes, I did. Fix that. That's in the wrong spot. There we go. That's better. And I gotta fix that emote that I had on there. There we go. Now, let's go meet up with Martin. Best not keep him waiting. There he is. Now, considering what happened last time, you might be thinking we came all the way here just to slay a few beasts for a handful of coin. And you'd be exactly right. Hey, there are a few differences, though. Firstly, we've been paid in advance. Secondly, you'll be going up against the moles, not hornets. And lastly, you'll have to kill 2 of them, not just 1. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, you wanted training, didn't you? Well, in that case, why not try stopping them with their tricks in their tracks with mind blasts? Tell you, it works wonders when you're outnumbered. Go on, then. Off you go. I ain't got all day. Whatever you say, buddy. Oh, he's talking to some people again. That can't be right. I've already... gave you everything I owe. Yes, you paid back the original amount. Late, I might add. Very late. Don't tell me you've forgotten about the interest. Oi, you. This is none of your business. Piss off. Saur, I appreciate you trying to help, but I've got myself into this mess, and I'll get myself out of it. You dress quite well for a penniless swindler. Not my size, but these fine garments should fetch a gill or 2. Consider yourself lucky. At least we left you enough cloth to protect your modesty. Make sure you've got our money next time, or we won't be so generous. They took his clothes? Thank you. I'm eternally grateful. Well, that's embarrassing. Ahem. Not my finest hour, I'll admit, but I've been through worse and lived to tell the tale. Speaking of which, it looks like you survived in your scuffle with those scary-looking moles. Let's head back to Udal to celebrate. Oh, that reminds me. Razi is bound to have some choice of words for me about the costume. Well, I've lost the shirt off my back, but at least I still have my dignity. Nah, in my book, that's pretty much tarnished your dignity, buddy. Well, let's go talk to him again at the Colosseum. And then I'll have to prepare myself to use the next spell that's required for the next mission. Ah, he's got his costume back. Razi was as I expected, none too pleased when I showed up looking like a bit, undressed. Luckily, we had a spare suit, so, not so luckily, the cost is coming out of my wages. Things are going from bad to worse. My, this is certainly a far cry from your days, he says, an Arcanist guild. Wastart, what are you doing here? If you must know, I'm here on business. Very lucrative business, I might add. And as luck would have it, I heard rumors of a masked carnival starring a so-called blue mage. It didn't take much to deduce that my old friend Martin was behind it. If you're here to watch the show, buy a ticket. If you just came to gloat, save it for another time, because I ain't in the bloody mood. I say, hey, it's not like you to be so hostile. Perhaps I should come back when you're feeling a little more amendable. I'll be seeing you, Martin. The less I see that smug prick, the better. You see, we've known each other since our time at the Arcanist Guild. We were research magics from outside of Eorzea. We both traveled the New World and spent time with the Wallaki, who taught us about blue magic. But when we came back to the guild to share our findings, they said it was simply not practical and cut off our funding. The theory was sound. I just needed to spend more time with the Wallachie. So I paid for another extension out of my own pocket. Damn near ruined me, though. Now I'm up to my neck in debt, trying to make the ends meet by performing like some bloody clown. Well, Hirsch, on the other hand, ditched the research. Hirsch, when he realized there was no money in it, even though he went through all the trouble of learning blue magic like me. He just lost interest. I'll never lose interest in learning blue magic. After that, he came back to Eosia and set up his own trading company. Him and his rich friends started racking in the gill, doing God's knows only what. Sorry, Saur, I expect you've got better things to do than listen to my sob stories. Like learning some more spells, for instance. The next one I want you to add to your arsenal is Phase. It's perfect for giving you an opening to land a few more hits. Or run away, whichever you prefer. Anyway, once you've mastered that one, come see me. Being a blue mage ain't easy, and I know that better than most. But stick with it, and one day you'll be just like me. Actually, you should probably ignore that last part. Well, we already know Phase, so no problem there. Equip Phase. Learned Phase, have you? Good to hear. Listen, I've got a few things to take care of, so your training will have to wait. Sorry, but can you come back later? Well, if it isn't Saur. How goes the training? My debut couldn't come soon enough. I didn't realize there'd be so much trepiding around. That's what I like to hear. I have high hopes for you. Anyway, enough chit-chat. I've come to talk to you about Martin. You and I both know about his recent and highly embarrassing trouble with debt collectors. He assures me that they have been paid off, but it seems he's borrowing from other unsavory characters instead. I can't have my star attraction putting himself at high risk like this. If he's involved in something that could damage the reputation of the Celestium, I have a right to know. How about you two? Surely you must have some ideas.
Martin has many secrets.
He certainly does. So, he went to take care of some things, yes? Perhaps we should look into exactly what these things are. Saur, he's your teacher. I'll bet you're as eager as I am to get to the bottom of this. Come on, let's go looking for him. What trouble have you gotten yourself in now, Martin? Rendezvous at Scholar's Walk. Where's that? Ah, okay. That's inside the building. So I just need to follow the arrows. And hopefully head for the right area. It says it's in Udall, so I don't have to go very far. There's our mission location. Is it through this door? I bet it is. He just went into the Alchemist Guild. He's trying not to draw attention, and by wearing something inconspicuous. And by that, I mean not blue. But why all the secrecy? Could he be buying medicine? Perhaps he's got an awful condition? That would explain where all the money's going, but I don't think that's it. Where's he off to now? With me, Saur. The game's afoot. Where'd she wander off to now? Outside of town, huh? On my way. Put away the map, as I now know where I'm going. Now then. I pretty much started in this town, so I pretty much know my way around here like the back of my hand. Though occasionally I still need to pull out the map, that way I know where I'm going. It's not far. Not far from where we need to be. It looks like he's waiting for someone. Shh, they're here. You know the rules. Money first. That ought to do it. Look, I know this ain't exactly above board, but this isn't. But this is costing me more and more every time. And the packages stay the same size. In fact, I think they're getting smaller. Not our problem, mate. Dream flowers are in short supply. If you want them, you'll pay what we ask and take what you're given. Dream flowers? Someone's there! Get him! What have I done? Saur, you've got to stop them! So you saw everything. I better prepare for the worst. Thank you, Saur. If it weren't for you, things could have turned out very differently. As for you, Martin, what the bloody hells do you think you're doing? Dream flowers? So, you've been concocting summons in our spare time? You were planning to sell it? Or is it all to feed your own addiction? Either way, you can forget about our contract. I can explain. It ain't what you think. That's what they all say, bucko. What is it then? And this had better be good. I've been buying dream flowers to make medicine, not summons. It's for the Wallachie. They need the proper treatment as soon as possible. There's an epidemic, you see. Most likely brought over from Eorzea by people like me. How serious is it? Very. For Eorzeans, it's not much worse than catching a cold, but for the Wallachie, it's life-threatening. Not only that, it's spreading like wildfire. A friend of mine, a Wallachie Sherigan, is doing all he can with the traditional medicines, but it's a losing battle. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before they're all taken by the disease. I know I'm not the only Eorzean to visit the New World, but it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'm partly to blame. I can't just stand by and let them die without at least trying to do something. I came back to Eorzea to find a cure. Based on my friend's research notes, I've practically ruined myself. But I eventually came up with a concoction that seemed to do the trick. Thing is, it'll take more than a couple of doses to stop the epidemic, and this stuff don't come cheap. Heap. There's also the fact that the main ingredient comes from dream flowers, which ain't easy to get a hold of. So that explains why you've been dealing in those back alley cutthroats. And I suppose your business at the Alchemist Guild had some connection to the medicine, yes? That's right. He needs some tools and whatnot to help me with the mixin'. But that's nothing you need to worry about. I've caused you enough trouble already. It's been nice knowing you, Rosie. If you told me all of this from the beginning, we could have worked something out. I've decided. You can carry on at the Celestium. As for the Dream Flowers, let's just say I know a few people. You're sure about this? Rosie, I can't thank you enough. I'll do anything you ask. You can certainly start by putting in a few more performances at the arena. I'm sure the extra money won't go amiss, will it? I was about to suggest the same thing. I'll perform in every show you've got, if you'll let me. The fans are clamoring to see more of the great Azuro, so it makes sense to capitalize on it. Anyway, this hardly seems like the place to discuss business. We should head back. Indeed we should. Alright. Now to get back to Martin again, but we're taking the long way around. I'm not navigating through the building. Unless I have to. Go in through here. Just gotta follow that green arrow on my compass. You did me good turning him by care of those dreamflower peddlers. Sooner or later they would have bled me dry. One way or another, Rosie introduced me to a merchant who handles shippings and to alchemists. He gets the dream flowers processed before being brought to Udal, which bypasses the ban. Still bloody expensive, mind you. Oh, I almost forgot about your training. To tell the truth, your run-in with those summoner dealers, hers was probably a better test of your abilities than anything I could have thought of. I might not have much time to spend helping you get ready for the next arena, but I still give you advice. I recommend learning 1000 Needles next. Not a problem there, that's one of the first spells I learned. Once you've gotten the hang of that one, come and see me. Actually, there's a strong chance I'll be in the middle of a performance, so let old Jock, I'll take care of things while I'm away. Remember, your real teachers are the beasts that roam free through the wilderness. You're free to roam too, but if you get lost, your spell book will show you the way. Good luck, Saur.
Martin always performing many times a day. Darkchylde worries more shows will kill him. Martin's blue magic is powerful indeed, but he is just a man. Sometimes he forgets this.
Okay. 1000 Needles, huh? I believe I still got that spell equipped. I do.
Saur, something terrible's happened. Martin almost killed. We told Martin he worked too hard. Heard that he should rest, but he not listen. He wanted medical cure for Wallachie. But now he one who needs help. Of course, Martin cannot train you. Darkchylde want to help, but
Martin's such a great teacher that no one could possibly replace him, is what you're trying to say? Oh, that was him. Oops, I thought that was Rosalie. Please excuse my little jest. I was as sorry as anyone to hear that my old friend has fallen foul of some pit beast. In fact, I came to offer my services. I expect that Martin neglected to mention that I too am a blue mage. We both studied under the Wallachie as part of our research. While I am not one to boast, I should point out that I took to the art like a fish to water, while he floundered.
Wastarch speak true. You can learn much from Wastarch.
Yes, with Martin bedridden, it would be a shame for his protege to be left without a mentor. And as his friend, overseeing your training is the least I can do. I will be waiting for you at Horizon's Edge. Horizon's Edge, huh? Horizon's Edge, where is that? Revise my memory. Ah, over there again, huh? I can just teleport over there. And then run over there on my chocobo. There he is. And what's he doing with that mech?
Don't let the Magitech fool you. I've no connection to the Empire. Well, not a direct one at least. He's My company carries out work at the Celerum and processing plant and run by Mage and Sons Mineral Concern. Perhaps some of it ends up in the Imperial hands, perhaps not. As for this vanguard, it was abandoned by the Garleans outside the Castrum Meridium. It seems like the perfect opportunity to learn something of their technology, so I had it restored. Ever since we finished gleaning all that we can from it, it's been collecting dust. So I have no qualms about letting you smash it to pieces as part of your training, assuming you are up to the challenge. I am. Oops, wrong command. So you have the rudimentary understanding of blue magic. But have you considered how, nay, whether it serves you? For there is one thing I know that Martin, at least, has yet to realize. The age of sword and sorcery is coming to an end. Surely, you have seen the power of the Garleans wield. Their technology continues to advance, while we Eorzeans cling on to our ancient ways. For now, we are able to keep the Empire at bay. But for how much longer? I am not the only one who feels this way. There are those who seek to develop airships and engines of war to combat the Imperial threat. It will not be long before the grand companies deploy Magitech units of their own on the front lines. Even so, the most advanced weaponry will be worth little more than scrap metal without a sturdy supply of Celerium. As we speak, the Garleans and the Imperial forces, Immortal Flames, are fighting to claim the supply in the northern Thanalan. What I am trying to tell you is that people like Martin waste their time on worthless relics, except the past has failed to see the bigger picture. The future lies in the Curriculum. If you ever decide you want to make a real difference in the world, I could use someone like you. There's no need to rush, though. Just give it some thought. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Let's return to Ul'dah. I wonder how many more of these quests I gotta do before I get my next outfit. I mean, this beginner's outfit is nice, but I think it's high time I got the rookie events.
least we're making good progress on this. I have to say, I'm surprised that you've made so much progress with someone like Martin as your mentor. Speaking of which, since he's still confined to the infirmary, your next training session will be...
Oi, what do you think you're doing, what starch? Martin, Curtin tell you to stay in bed.
I'm fine. True, it still hurts to walk, hug, and breathe, but how can I lie there when my apprentice is trying so hard to earn a spot next to me in the arena? You needn't worry about Saur. Even without your guidance, he is well on his way to becoming a competent blue mage. Actually, while you're here, there is something I wish to discuss. A proposition, if you will. I heard about the lengths you're going to for the sake of the Wallachie. Why didn't you come to me? For what? You'd only laugh in my face as soon as you realize there's no money in it. Or have you forgotten what happened when our research funding got cut? All of a sudden, you couldn't give the Corrigan's arse about blue magic and the people who shared their homes with us. That's hardly fair, Martin. How could I carry on without bankrupting myself? Make no mistake, I'm as grateful to the Wallachie as you are. We may have gone our separate ways, but there's never been any bad blood between us. Seeing as you're in no position to help anyone from your sickbed, I'd say letting me lend a hand is your best option. I suppose you've got a point. The quicker we can produce the medicine, the more lives we'll save. With my resources, it'll be ready in no time. Alright, Wastarch. We'll do things your way. I'm glad that we could see eye to eye for a change. Once we've a large enough shipment, I'll deliver it to the people of Wallachie. Just don't bugger it up, you hear? You can count on me, Martin. There is a lot at stake here, and I intend to see this through. I have a few arrangements to make first, but I'll come by for the formula once I'm done. Until then, you should get some rest. You know, I've never thought he'd raise a finger to help anyone but himself. Maybe he does have a shred of decency after all. I hope he hasn't been putting any funny ideas in your head, though. It still seems strange that he's showing an interest in your training in the first place. What's in it for him, I'm probably just overthinking as per usual. I suppose it's my fault for not being there for you, but you won't find anyone, besides me of course, more qualified to teach blue magic. Unless you fancy making a trip to the New World, that is. One thing I can do is tell you which spell you should be learning next. It's called Glower, one of my personal favorites. Glower, huh? We just learned that one. If you can master this, I reckon you'll be ready to enter the masked carnival. Best of luck, Saur. I should go back to bed if I want these wounds to heal. Since I won't be up and about for a while, you should continue to follow Darkchylde's lead for now. Okay, so I gotta equip Glower. Do I have that equipped? I do not. I should equip all the spells that are gonna be needed to equip later. Let's see, what were they? Let's see, it was... Let's get rid of you, get rid of you. We don't need phase anymore, or blood drain. I'll keep 1000 needles. We don't need mind blast anymore. We'll need that one. Whistle. Frog legs. And where's Glower? There it is. Okay, let's equip the spell. Yes, finally, new outfits. The real folks in blue. This will be our last mission. For now.
Saur learned Glower, yes. Then Saur succeeded, just as Martin said. Darkchylde will tell Martin.
You did it, Saur. You've done me proud. And that's not the only cause for celebration. I received a missive saying that Wallstarch was as good as his word. Heard the medicine worked and the Wallachie are saved. Martin, I've been looking everywhere for you. Hey! Dada? How did you get here? Never mind that. I have something urgent to tell you. Saur, this is Siada, the Wallachie Shurtikan I told you about. He learned to speak the common tongue of Eorzea and... Will you listen? It's Wallstarch. He brought the medicine, and everyone with the disease has been cured. But he wasn't content to simply give it to us. He used it to lay claim into Lapis Canyon. But why would that be? Of course. The Cerulean. Lapis Canyon is a sacred ground, and glows was a bright blue because of all the cerulean beneath the surface.
That bastard was after it from the beginning.
He must be at the processing plant. Come on, Hansidida, let's go.
Martin, stop! Very quick for a man who lie in bed for many days. Can Saur go with them? I worry that Martin bite off more than Martin can swallow. Or is that chew? As far as the Darkchylde know, whole processing plant is northern Thanalan, and make sure Martin not do anything stupid.
Like he hasn't done already? Let's see, the closest I can teleport myself there is... Let's see on the map. Yep, I was right. Camp Blue Fog. Let's fly, Chobi. That's an event. We are not doing those. We are in the middle of a side quest. That'll get us our next outfit. You only gave them the medicine so you can steal Lapis Canyon? Steal? Don't speak to me like some common thief. I won't deny that obtaining the ceruleum was my primary concern, but we signed an agreement. It's all perfectly legal, I assure you. You know full well the elders can't read Eorzean, and you told them that if they didn't sign the contract, that they couldn't have the medicine. And besides, your laws don't apply to the Wallachie.
Even so, I expect your elders to honor a promise they made, legally binding or not. Perhaps you have forgotten that the medicine was paid for and produced by my company. Before the negotiations began, I had already spent vast amounts of manufacture, a large enough supplement and shipment to treat everyone. I saved your tribe from annihilation, and this is how you repay me? I've given you all a second chance to lead healthy, productive lives. You took advantage of our suffering so that you could plunder the thing most precious to us. Since the time of my ancestors, Lapis Canyon has been at the center of our beliefs, of everything we do. Beliefs? Come now, don't be absurd. That blue substance you call the lifeblood of the planet is ceruleum, a type of fuel. Well, it's not doing any good just sitting there unguarded. Once I open the mine in Lapis Canyon, and I hope to employ the Wallachie, offering you an opportunity to earn a proper wage. When you realize what you've been missing all this time, you'll soon forget about your superstitions.
How bloody dare you? Who, who are you to call them superstitions? And this is their way of life. All you want to do is destroy it for the sake of your own greed.
I'm doing more for the Wallachie than you ever will. I'm giving them a chance to build a better future for themselves. Hopes they can either be part of the modern world or be left behind.
That's not our decision to make.
What about the medicine?
And that was a product of Eorzean society.
Without it, they'd all be dead. And another thing, my investor funded this production for a share of the profits from my New World enterprise.
Darlings, darlings, there's no need to squabble. I admit that I am Watchdogg's backer. It's all started when I told him about Martin's plan to save the Wallachie from the epidemic. You see, the prospect of trading with the New World sounded rather promising. Though, this is the first I've heard of the cerulean mine. Expanding into a right Regis often lead to resistance from the locals, but this is far beyond what I was expecting. Wallastart, I don't like being kept in the dark. I'm seriously withdrawing from our deal. That said, I can see this being a whole worthwhile adventure, providing that the Wallachie are not being exploited. But I also agree with Martin that their way of life should not be disturbed. As you can see, this leaves me with a difficult choice. Which is why I propose that the two of you settle this in the arena. Wildstart, you're a blue mage yourself, correct?
I am indeed. Though I should warn you, Martin was never a match for me, even before he was chewed up and spat out by one of your pets.
Then perhaps it's time for his apprentice, Azuro II, to make his great debut. I can picture it now. The ultimate clash of blue magic. The loyal disciple of the great Azuro faces a mysterious challenger to determine who is the superior spellcaster. If Saur wins, I'll cut off all my funding for the Lapis Canyon project, and the lands will return to their original owners. If Wallastart is victorious, Martin must act as intermediary for the Wallachie and persuade them to agree to the development. Rosie, you can do what you like with the money of yours, but you can't expect me to go along with this.
So much for old-fashioned sort-hearted fellow Martin seems to forget that disputes such as these have been decided by combat since ancient times. I, for one, have no objections. Count me in.
What about the Wallachie? They should be the ones to decide their own fate, not us. You're right, Martin, but we have a similar tradition. And when two sides cannot reach an agreement, the representative of each takes part in a contest of strength. Ideally, one of my people would be chosen, but we are in Eorzea, and I have no choice but to ask you to participate on our behalf. So will you do it, Saur?
I'll fight. For what is right.
Very gallant of you, my dear. The crowd will heap this up. First things first, let's get the two of you into your costumes and take a look at the magic of yours. I want to know what my audience will be getting when the big day arrives. Come along. I won't let you guys down. I bet I'll be talking to them in the same spot. So let's sprint over there. Where is she, Enoda? Same spot. Same spot. Once you've both changed into your new costumes, I'll see you in the arena. This way, my darlings. Saur, my dear, are you ready? Ready as I'm ever gonna be. Got the blue mask and everything, a trademark of the Blue Mage.
But you missed. No, Galachi, not think so.
Wonderful, my dear. It seems a new hero is born. Now, it's Wallastash's turn. Pay close attention to the costume, darlings. It's my finest creation yet.
Oh my god, he looks like that boss battle from Final Fantasy V. I can't remember his name at the moment. Oh god.
Such power.
the dread warlock who transcends dimensions of time and space. Azul Mega. Magica.
Why must I be the villain?
It's all part of the act, my dear. What could be more thrilling than an epic struggle between good and evil? You mean to tell me Wallstar is instead inside that thing? And why is he floating? For dramatic effect, of course. If you must know. It's the cerulean vibration device. He's surprisingly cheap, too. Apparently, there isn't such a practical application for the ability to float a few limbs off the ground.
I'm still not convinced. It's entirely necessary, and the costume is rather more flamboyant than I would like. But I'm going to do this. If I may as well enjoy myself. I'll show the audience what a real blue magic does look like.
That's what I like to hear. It's sure to be a performance they'll never forget. Right here at the Masked Carnival. Not to put a too fine a point on it, Saur, my dear, but I think you'd benefit from some practice before starting in the main event.
I'll train all you want, and it will make no difference. Lapis Canyon is mine.
I'm ready to face him now. I'd say you're ready to take the part of the Masked Carnival, although I recommend testing your skills against less challenging opponents before facing Azul Magica. I have gathered quite the machine of exotic beasts, but you should choose with care. We try to call an end to the performance before an entire side incurs any serious injury. But as Martin will attest, accidents can happen. Once you feel confident in your abilities, say the word and I'll grant you and Azuma Megla the opportunity to settle this feud. Until then, fight well and don't do anything rash. I might struggle to find another replacement in Blue Mage.
Rosie, she's a real piece of work.
She's a real piece of work, isn't she? I suppose if she's seen this coming, we wouldn't be in this mess. It's up to you now, Saur. She's right. If only I hadn't been damn near killed in that bloody show, I could have dealt with him myself. Well, I'd like to think I'd have a chance of winning, but he was always the better mage. To be honest, as though, I think you've got the real talent for the blue magic. In fact, you shouldn't be scared of Wallace Starch. He should be scared of you. He certainly should, because that boss he's dressed up as, I beat him before. And I'm sure I can do it again. With the right spells, I reckon you'll be able to take him down in a peg or two. Now get out there and show him what you're made of. Ugh, look at me getting all worked up like that. I better head back before the Sherlock realizes I'm gone. Hopefully, I'll be allowed out of the infirmary to watch some of your performances, though. Best of luck, Saur. Alrighty. Mask Carnival unlocked. The Mask Carnival has been unlocked. To participate, speak with the Celestium attendant in Onyx Lane. Okay. And I'm gonna have to participate in that carnival in order to continue these side quests, which we'll do in another episode. Where are you? Mage's shoes. Let's put on our new outfit. Where is it? Where's the Mage's outfit? So far I just put on the shoes. Where are the other outfits? There it is. The words are in blue, that's why I was able to miss them. Yeah, I look good. Okay, what are the prerequisites for you? This quest is not yet available. Dungeon requirement: Dirty Rotten Azul Homegia. So these are the events that I need to do in order to take on the guy. Is that a Marlboro? Ah, Typhon. You have a blue mage spell I need to learn. Octaros? That's another one. And then Typhon again. Okay. He's battle number 5. 25. Okay! This ought to be interesting.
And I just need to do battle number 25 in order to continue the side quests, huh? That shouldn't be no problem. However, I feel we'll be doing these battles next time in Let's Play in our Blue Mage series of Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you did and would love to see more, hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment if you want, ring that bell to be notified when our next video comes out. We do new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and occasionally Saturday and Sundays. All of this helps my channel to grow so you have more videos to enjoy. Until the next video, this is Saur Darkchylde, signing off. Have a good night, folks.